the Obiano Hoye, and I think with the resetting agenda in the country, the Nyama Bebre na Erikodo Ewo or my Ghana. And I think a lot of things is going on. Na Sena Odi can be say no. No kware edu emre bi say ya na amana karo ho asem na ayedin ewo yoman mu Ghana. The reason they say edu baby if economy ewo country no ebumi a you can see say amanfo bebre efi mbiambia eba nkran and the capital cities especially like Accra and Kumasi na wabebo wambra ewo ho na because of that no a mana crowd no edoso human traffic no edoso ewo yen oman mu. Another issue ne there and to say momo ho say na ebe ya obi wo car krampo na okwa eduma o park ne car na wa adwan train and say bus eba ne sa na easy traffic ewo ekwemu. But in Ghana, anytime na obey say private car parking, now they use public transport. It means that fuel prices are very high. But when fuel prices are down, obia person or use in a car. And currently, when you come to Ghana, everybody can testify say fuel prices has come down very low this time around. So be biara our car bia want to use on a personal car or the befi fee to his office or his workplace. And also Amana road quite so choky very well. Because of that, there's a lot of traffic in the country, especially Accra, which is the capital, then the second capital, which is Kumasi. And mana traffic no adults ye ankasa. These are some of the reasons also this human traffic. Emana, early morning from 5 a.m. Ghana time to, let me say, by 12 noon. Uba say a month for Jina, a kwema wapeka, aqua one business centers, and I say one offices. Then you come to another rush hour, which is from 4 p.m. up to 8 p.m., 9 p.m. By this time, when you even go to Accra around 10 p.m., you can see some of the bus stops. It's a lot of human traffic. So these are some of the reasons, Accra. But the government is doing very well. Our company is under Ministry of Transport. Yeah, so we are also trying to do our best to make sure, you better navigate and reduce the human traffic by making sure, you better assign a lot of our buses to the various bus stops to make sure to me abua Ghana for omo akobo wambra omo akodidwa omo akowe ejuma for them to be able to get back to their various homes and meet their families, because after a day long work time I was so be to me coffee, and this is what the government together with the transport ministry and our agency or our company is trying to do to help the Ghanaians.
Oh, okay. So far, how is the situation? Because Vice President Abeka Wasem, and I think the road minister so Abeka Wasem, into CCA and now Minu can say how confident and now say Timemufono, Umunya, Amuta, which you say Ebia, and then also watching the buses. We eba and I say we ababe gumu sisia obia enyan ho ntiase esan say videos ni bi ho ha otumu say eye ahyenkafo eni MTTD for edisi nipa intino how confident no betumi aka no sisia say omunya obienya abotoye mo esan say the help is already there sisia waka, but how is that confidence based upon?
One other aspect is then the private vehicles, private ones, they want to take advantage of the situation. And in the one thing higher your mind. And I think when we to me put stop to that, I bet me abua ye ankasa. Bet me akasa the cars are there. But and I'm say for adults Then the GPRTU, which is Ghana Private Road Transport
Union.
Union, no, they are taking advantage because one no was what the government. Government alone cannot do this because say any to only the government and the solution no and I say resource na yen na yepeno yenya because eba them no the problem we are having is that the commercial the private transport no they are making sure say one will take advantage by charging a higher fare nti ema na car ni besi wo krampo na edom no mpese obekwa akofo because I didn't an example like ufi a place like Kaneshi na wokọ Kaswa na car no in case yamfa ne say oje be 10 cedi and 8 cedi but because of the rushing hour and the human traffic no what bad they want to take like 15 cedi 20 cedi which is not supposed to be that. No matter what now, we our company, which is the government owned, no, we Metro Mass, no. Yeah, the buses go see what crampona. Yeah, funny say within that stretch, now the 10 buses go see what crampona. And to me, easy. We can only do a little because 10 buses in the yama na el Kaswa. And I'm said there is vehicular traffic is no. And to me, kodun temne emba back embefa. But the private owned no do her. Obeka kira say 15 cedi instead of 8 cedi no. Obe for gina ho. So eba ne sana na nkofo gina ho they don't want to join those buses. And also ne ade ba ko a higher. So only one thing now for the past week. Yes, GPRTU for them to come in because here's the case when fuel prices are high, they plead with the government to make sure say what there will increase the fare. When passes are high, they want to increase fares. Thank God now because of the cedi appreciation, amana passes are down. Fuel prices is very low. With that, the GPRT is supposed to come in and make sure say they talk to their members, their union members. Say, look, this is the time we are serving Ghanaians, even though we are working to get money, but we are serving Ghanaians. So why not say the same price? We shouldn't take advantage of the situation. I mean, to increase our fare. Why in Yamabo Akofim? And I think, sir, when the transport minister, together with GPRTU, what we put their heads together to, come in a Ebebwa, because I can speak for my company, which is the Metro Mass Transit Limited. Now, yet to me, an increase in most buses to the various areas, especially when you come to Accra. From Area Circle, Aircore, a place like Adenta, Tema, you increase the buses, From Accra, the middle of Accra, Kimbu station. From that place to Adenta, you increase your buses. From Accra to Nungwa, you increase the buses. From La Paz to Tema, you increase the buses. From Circle to Amasamai, we've increased our buses. From Kaswa Circle to from Circle Kaneshi to Kaswa, you increase. But we are doing our best. The same thing that other transport company under the transport ministry, like STC and Ayalolo on us, they are also doing their best. But now, Nia can say the private transport, once we reduce the prices, not to increase prices artificially, because human traffic naba a domino never per car acco one destination. So when you don't increase the price and the prices stand the same, I think that we won't have these challenges that we are having. Government transport company are few. The private transport is many. Ghana. So I think that when we all put our heads together, they are against indeed we are serving Ghanaians. We are not serving ourselves. I think this will not happen going forward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ebusiafo mo hwe yensisi a wo biasa fa na nyina 4 stars of Radio TV Atlanta Georgia USA and yene Mohammed Mubarak kasa fa nanse ma shintuade em say akosoro yatete fa ngoso na so shintuade ene nipa na wotie no nto wo like na wa hye wa ma foforo so atibi na Mohammed sisi ano How many buses and I'm doing more increase in total no same buses saying and mutume deploy to various cities, you know.
I say for now, our target is Accra and Kumasi. No quarantine. This is the timer. Metro Mass, we have a low fleet of buses in the history of the company. And I'm saying so many things has gone on. So far as we are not speaking solely on Metro Mass in those aspects. But make us say for now, the fleet of buses nationwide is 120 buses, 115 to 120. But the chunk of the buses, you know, Yamana ye reduce a bit at the Abeka city, intra-city. Mostly na intercity. But now the situation now, Yamana intra-city no I am more than intercity because currently the demand is intra-city. Make me say for now. Nationwide, there were 115 to 120 buses. But Accra alone, we are having almost 50 buses at Accra. Then when you go to Kumasi, we are having even more than 30 buses at Kumasi to make sure, say, about this situation because these are the two cities you facing those high your friends say human traffic car the same way I mean say our sister company like STC and Ayalulu are also working to make sure say we'll be reducing this situation in the country.
Oh, okay. Me pese ye share sa scenario way na Mubarak also ude wajinchireba. Yemfe scenario way sisi right quick.
Kids tomorrow muji 15 cities na 10 cities. And one of Nkorfu say ne kacho mu say overpricing dodo at least from macro to from KGT to macro 3 cities 50 pesos 3 cities 70 pesos into muji 5 cities and I say 7 cities square normal but 10 cities need 15 cities there I know then so be work chrono man say so be first one was first chrono man na francho na say ne ka bebre omo ko abo ho ni den ase de enka to say I don't know so me wow we name star uniform we boa me why name so me came for so me MTT different so and almost months so na driver ni mate ni so months so no moye mense mo and ba kokotin e ka so any months so dey no more passengers ni na nsisi and as so mo sisi and ba kokotin front say not passengers no front for no kwan see and the major system why
Ahmed, that scenario way is the ban and how have you resolved that issue way? I say wutie ya no pa just say
Yes. I think in my initial presentation na me can about say private transport no almost increase almost take advantage of the situation and they are increasing fare. This video I will try a video if Kumasi. Kumasi in Ashanti region around KJTR thereabout. And I think sir that is what the regional minister and the KMA boss are also supporting now. Omode one security guards no what they see to make sure say they have to stop private companies from charging high fares. And in our canon, baby a nipa no kono oji 3 cedi 50 pesos. 3 cedi 50 pesos, you know. It tells you say in the enam situation, you know, at least jimpo to support the situation in Pua. I was already by 5 cedi. But they are taking 10 cedi, 15 cedi, which is very high, over about 300, 400%. I didn't think I was say about this. And yes, sir, fuel prices now quite high. And yes, sir, car pass, no ayadin. All this, you know, I bet him, and I'm saying, car pass now. The city is appreciating. So amana in Yamanobo abefim, fuel also abefim. So why do you have to charge that? Because Ghanaians now, and I say on my phone, wapeka, every baby station ako won't fee, and I did, sir. They think say Banesana the rush hour no. People want to get home fast, no matter the situation, until they will pay. But it is becoming too much. So that's why, for me, I think, say, near to me, I now more. Even the KMA, Ebano Kumasi, then the regional minister are doing their best, The Ghana Police Service and our security service, I was saying, also what the one who edited. That is why I call on the GPRTU executive, their national chairman, the national executive to come in, because this is becoming unbecoming. This is becoming as if Ghana yenimra ewum, because this is not the time nyamanabo ayedin. This is the time the economy is growing, things are very stable. I was say once wabua na Ghana economy. So why are we doing this to ourselves? So you can't blame the government. Government has done his part. Why we, our own citizens, making sure we are making things difficult to our fellow citizens, which is also another aspect. So me, I think, say, my brother, Daddy K, the security service must come in to support various municipal assembles, they make sure say to me reducing damage in Yame. Because look, there is one scenario. On Friday, last Friday, that was last 2 weeks Friday. A holiday. That was on the 9th. It was holiday. Miami call baby. I decided to say me join any public transport. Me fi 37. Na me ba me call Kaswa. When I bought the car, idea obeko Kasuo, but also oko Kaneshi. No problem. I was in the car. I paid 37 to Kaneshi fare. You do Kaneshi now also BNC no. Almost say I cut the last person. I was the last person. And he's now saying say oko Kaswa. So that means when you bought from there, you pay 2 different fares. Metuya first one. Misia now asanso tuya from Kaneshi to Kaswa. So Ebanisana, the fare will go higher. And this is what we are doing to ourselves. And I think when you go to the other countries, it is not like that. Why in Ghana? Maybe said that okay. In US that you are, there is regulations.
Right.
So I think that the government must come in to make sure that the regulations will work. We use our security service to make sure we respect the regulation. We respect the law. Ebanisana, this artificial human trafficking na yehuno esobete.
Okay, how many security forces na mo you say wo mo na mo report no mo enforce no anime year anase e wo say mo kache aban sending message edekokoma the MTTD for and then the GPRTU. So how quick Sadia we ebeko why you did that and I say Gusu yeah and I said Dabain.
Ni American say Yagusu warrior. If you notice and now follow news Andra, I hear the Vice President of the Republic,
right?
Yamame Professor Nana Opukajima. Obviously, Air Transport Ministry, agencies are under Transport Ministry, and she visited Air Metro Mass Transit. And Oba, I know, me did say my MD or the two Vice President and him, together with the Transport Minister, say we hear a backup support a bit to me abua nasa nyamano way to me edi so pepepe because private transport operators what to me edge the exact fare now. My brother Dedeke, trust me, human traffic na ekosono. You will see say a week ahead of us, it will reduce drastically. No doubt about it. So yeah, I appeal to the government together with the security agencies to come in and support. One who are Ghanaian, one thing they say when the law is being enforced by the security agencies now, you see the citizen will comply. And I think, sir, that is one thing. We don't want to just read and comply. We want force. We want to be forced before we comply. And I think, sir, situation at Ghana. We only want to be forced before we comply to the law. And I think, sir, the security agencies in it to one who guma Walk various stations. Now what now what share say prices, they are taking the exact price. I think that this human traffic will reduce drastically going forward.
Going forward. Yo, yate yani Mohammed Mubarak and Kasa from where communication director for Metro Mass and yina yeti Sisiano and Tiwashubi Abba or Manumua very soon drastically and a motive free or no say drastically a back of form. Now side intervention basis here would egumi about 100 meboa about 100 basis is here. Is it for a short term, long term? Has it come to stay? And I say it's just to cover this short way. After that, the buses will go its way. And I feel are you planning, say, because of this, is move importing more of the buses for in case of another emergency, because once a way is no say eventually something will happen again. The population is increasing day in and day out. Is it a short term or a long term
Thank you.
intervention?
Thank you very much, Dedeke. And what I will say is, as I said, the government is resetting the country. And resetting also aka and transport ministry and the agencies under the transport ministry. In the year, say when you come to Metro Mass Transit, Nyamiya Aduma, by the end of next month, because we know the situation, population are increasing. So definitely we will have this situation at hand. Planner, you plan long term, you don't plan short term. So because of that, the transport ministry together with our MD, my MD, managing director, who is in the name lawyer Kali Caesar, is doing very well. Say ending of next month, we'll receive first 100 buses, Isuzu buses, which is the 29-seater buses. The buses now. Our target together and contractor signing with the Isuzu company. Supply 350 buses by the end of July, August this year. Then after that, so you say population is increasing. We've signed a contract with a Toyota company. I want to supply and with Toyota Haze buses of almost 150 Toyota Haze buses. Then the coastal buses, so you expect and also by almost 150 coastal buses. So at least by the end of this year, we are expecting not less than 700 buses to Air Metro Mass. We have STC, Air State Transport Company, and also we have Ayalolo. They are also going to increase their fleet of buses. But this is only Metro Mass. We are targeting not less than 700 buses up to the end of this year. And a contract and everything have been signed. The first 100 buses will be in the country, God willing, ending of February. So first week of March, the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will commission the first 100 buses for Metro Mass, so that subsequent months and also the additional ones, because we want to make sure, say, solve this issue once and for all. When we say we are going to solve it within a short possible time, we may lie to Ghanaians. And Ghanaians voted for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his ministers to come and solve problem for Ghanaians, not to come and lament. So because of that, we are making sure the government is also supporting each and various agencies to make sure, say, we navigate and making sure, say, we reduce the situation. Yeah, the situation, yeah, solving once and for all. Now, with emergency solving and resolving the situation. So it's going to be a long term, not a short term issue. Metro Mass like this, yeah, the activity was every 2 weeks, you better review the situation. We'll go on the ground, we'll see what is going on, then we'll review. As we are reviewing every 2 weeks, we are getting a solution to the situation. So we will do our part. Our sister transport companies too will also do their part to make sure, say, you bet to me, I resolve this issue.
Oh, okay. And see, by the end of the year, no, then we are expecting 700 more of a metro mass buses a better
Yeah, for only Metro Mass. Yeah,
long term intervention. So now, idea back
yeah.
me know we name Mubarak say in Ghana no maintenance. Yeah, idea high in Bakupa any maintenance. Into with this lot of buses are able, are you capable of maintaining all these buses? You say some time ago, I think somebody made a report. If I want to say Metro Mass buses in the ACC hall, ABOA, party to a near packet, and with what you have, 100 on the account, 700 more is coming. What have you designed for the maintenance? And Koban say by the end of middle of the year, then all these buses are by, and also Akogu baby. So tell me the capacity of your maintenance procedure.
Okay. As for maintenance, I think say, well, unim say, Ghana obana obi owo enimdi bi a unim say a natural gifted na wa so account.
Of
We
course,
have the
yeah.
expertise, but I can say your friend is saying, I can say ye benya ho akade na e dia ye adwuma. And thank God. Who say me by now I'm trying to not to blame the previous government. But for this, let me come in just a minute on that. Metro Mass yenya Dawu buses be in the previous administration. They are almost 100 buses are ever here. So 100 buses came in, they signed the contract, and the buses came in without a knot or a boat for that buses. And the buses also electric, purely electrical. One who be electrical. Now why unim that okay unim yen how our roads are. Cars are purely electrical so they in no say ben in nam kwan in ye. So every day bia who say car no I say nes we don't have the pass. So the market monopoly no. Ukwa aboso kaya you have only two people la. One na wako Korea kofa sa bus no ehun nyama edeba. And even that no no Metro Mass has to ask them to come to the yard. What to pass no. Now what the pass no e dia Korea no more Kotwebi e dia aba. That is the situation of Metro Mass with some of the your friend is saying some of the buses na ne pass. And yes, I won't human and I say professionals no na yenni. We have them, but passes in the nebi new. Because of that, the current MD Eddie Nyansa Pan. So now the contract we are signing to the various manufacturing companies now be supplying buses, So then it has to come with the bus passes. We have the professional, we have the technical men who can put them and give us a good maintenance culture. But if the persons are not there, no matter how professional they are, want to me and ye human ye. So because of that, one, we are making sure say buses na ebano, ebe suiti the weather situation in Ghana. That is first consideration. Second, you be making sure say any company bia and best sign contract bia no buses na ba e was say e passes then available. It's part of the contract. Then other your friend is saying situations. Wabaswa they will come and give what's the name training in service training to our technical men how to handle those buses. And currently, we are giving our drivers, special training because of the buses now, Ebano. Send ebe making sure, say, because the handling of the buses is also one thing. Because acquiring here, the roads are not good. That is the truth. But thank God to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic, what did the idea of big push to make sure say a lot of road construction is ongoing. Megidi say and also ebeboa because why akwan no na buses ne ba buses nam good roads so send ebe say no the level of say breakdown no ebe go very down, and I think say with that it can also help. So we have the professional, we have the technical men who can handle with the maintenance, but with this professional say buses ne ba now we don't have the passes. They can't maintain the buses for us. So because of that, the contract we assign to the manufacturers includes making sure that there will be a lot of passes. It will never be at the workshop for more than 24 hours. The car must get back to the on road.
In other words, the contractor money manufacturing ever sign and say it will come with the parts. So when your partner, you communicate direct to the manufacturer for them to send you and kofabu so kind. Oh, okay. Then that's fine. I mean, we're looking forward. Say, Nyoma Betito ye is and say, Ekobane sa na jodifuo akwentufuo ni adina. Especially this few days, about a week or 2 year. Utumu se Ghana ayeshipa ni nimpanyina charge enunti and just say ben saka ama meni agine just say awishiremu e wo say ebama obi ehun say yato mbasisi ni bi edi egumu a afoforo nko ana eno ebeboa na fi 700 by the end of the year, so 700 so by count until we are hoping say the parts and then the maintenance culture will take place this time. Now me enche me ma because when say adiasa sisi ano den enkra and awodima a school for wamwa edwumayefo me fan say edwedifo enko kan ho a wo mu twa adwo sisi a otumu se bebre intino to wonkra na ka kire won say enidaso apa ana say enidaso wo which one intino to wonkra mami
Father the key ni ameka akire Ghana for especially edwumayafo wana wafo ashen wako school na especially metro mass like this metro mass ebe boaze just to support school children, aged and underserved communities. Intina wadi metro mass transit ebaye. Sa sentia ebaye no edaso ejina ho. Intina watu abama is SSC John Dramani Mahama. Oyi ministers no so ahwe say yebenya managing directors a wobehwe ya ashen na etumi aboa edwadifo edwumayafo na school school mbofra a wofo ehyen wodoko school ni ebeka ne se wonya awerehye wonya gidi ewo aban ne mu na aban ne eba se obema na won ho ebetowen en ehun hyehyɛ iguso a ekoso se na ebe ya eye Ghana fo edwadifo school fo na edwumayafo won ho betowen inti na amana through the transport minister ene eye metro mass a ye nyina na ye frɛ no eye kufuo bus no eye MD who is lawyer Kali Caesar we make sure say nda ye ka say enche bia ye de cars no foforo dwan edeba eye ekonko oha yen boataye ne say before afe no ebeko na wiye no ye de ehyen ekonkonkonko ahan nson which is 700 na edeba abeka say na ebe ye adwadofo wo ho ebetowen nia ye plan ne say bebi a wudi dwa bia o wi a ofo car bia no ye mana wo mbetwen ehyen ye be mana ehyen no abegina ho atwen eye edwadefo. We are making sure say the buses will not the traders, our school children, our workers will not always go and be waiting for buses. Our plans and the aim of the government together with the transport ministry, and they said buses will always be available waiting for our market women, our Ghanaian commuters to make sure say the buses will rather be there waiting for them, not other way around. This is the reason why in here you make sure say we are in tooling Air Metro Mass with almost 700 buses by the end of the year. And government is supporting, the ministry is supporting. my MD is also working, and I know very well. Say that is the same way other transport agency, Asia Transport Ministry, I say, like STC, Ayalolo, and others, they are also working around. One other good news is that me because of Yenye Metro Mass, and we are into buses, road transportation, yen the others are because at the same time we have to make sure say be man Ghanaians ehun ne ekoso enche yen a friend is saying train so and so asem no ebe ye ne ebe kosoro me did say amana no say because there's a train service in a railway service in amana nyama bebre those human trafficking like this say eba ne say edom be kwa gina station a wonya car ebi mbe kwa food train ebi be for buses and I think that is what is President John Dramani Mahama opese oye Ghana yen railway system is also going to work. They are resetting the railway system and so be complementing the road transport system and me gidi say be man na yen nyina no yen ho atoye yenya reshe ewo omanpanyin na ne ministers so and yenya reshe yenya gidi ewo metro mass transit yen nyina ye friend kufuor bus no yen nyina yenya reshe wo mu say emre beba inche ka ho asem say ye be gina station yenya ehyen no eso betwa na Ghana fo so won ho atonwen na wakoye we adwuma wano na won so wakọ fie akọhwe we busuafo na enije aba wo bia ne so.
Okay. So Mohammed Mubarak na yeneno twetwe nkomo ono na wakasama waye kasamafo empeni ewo Metro Mass na nsɛm wɔ esisi nti ɛna kyerɛ yɛto nsa ɛde friend 4 stars TV ɛto nsa ɛde friend ɛwɔ wɔahwɛ a yɛyɛ wɔ US ɔno so wɔ America Ghana ho donti no ɛna wɔda so ɛne twitwi saa nkɔmɔ nti tumu sɛ neni abrepa na yapim so bia yakeke bia ɔno so akyerɛkyerɛ ɛkwan ya Ghana fo yenya arehwemu ɛwɔ aban no mu say yeah reset no yeah fiti bibia say yesutu nyoma nyina afoforo enti no ahyɛn ahanson ɛna ba bɛka ho saa afi na me bisa de atwato pa ni ɛyɛ Mohammed na we me fa say Metro Mass no how do you balance the affordability and then sustainability? Affordability saying is into adeɛ no ne boɔ ɛne kwan yɛ ɛbɛfa so na yɛtumi sustain that price no akɔpem sɛ memfa say bibia edwuma sɛm ne bibia bɛtoto yɛ. So how can this affordability of the fares make it sustainable?
Metro Mass. When you come to the transport operation in Ghana, yen shine no nebo ewo film kra affordability no yen the word down kra. And I think say because of the reason tia what Metro Mass na me do ko e chika kra me brother dada K. You remember Osa? And
Osa.
I think say Osa na
omnibus service
Omnibus
Service
Authority. And then you be changing no be Metro Mass. Into no Osha, baby other a shame to me kono or honor sa time na Osa echo. The same way into na baby a shame beyond to me kono or honor Metro Mass echo. No bosso ewo film. Thank God say yeah, this time we are going cashless system. Into first human handling money. At the end, Nasikano Ebiafa baby. In there we are not seeing that. This is the time in the history of Metro Mass. A fleet of cars, low. At the same time, this is the time in the history of Metro Mass. A higher revenue in the history of Metro Mass. With the low fleet of buses, we are getting high revenue. So yenimse won't say more buses ever can. The revenue situation there, nobody can compare with Metro Mass because of the system. Because we have a system that we monitor all our buses, and I'm saying fair near affordable. The system at your operation room, our buses be a year the whole Ghana. We monitor the bus, We know the amount of money we are getting each day. Each bus is raising. We monitoring. Into no say oba na near your dashboard and so no. Yes, I can order by we query you and we ask you so many questions. So we now go cashless. You use a tap and go and you know when yes cashless system no. So we know say by the end of the year we are going 100%. Currently we are almost 98% cashless. Metro Mass, and that is helping us get a lot of revenue. And into na amana investors, you know, when you GD they want to bring us more buses. But we are very careful because yes, sir, buses do donate, you know, company biana yanene sign a contract because we want to serve Ghanaians, we want to serve our mothers, our sisters, and our brothers who always use our transport to get to their destination. And that's the reason why we are doing due diligence to make sure that we get quality, not just quantity, for Ghanaians. Make sure say you better serve Ghanaians better.
Okay. Oh, it was for I think say near a commission any omehin. We know ensure better. We sorry anopa ubehuno. Sania Mohammed Mubarak Watara mo is a one tiasia and ye minim fakwa obetiasi biom. Intino Mubarak. Ni ayeka ne say do hase ne womre ne wadagye yesu ye dimpa bo techiri say ni amuye bia no esan say se meme nua enya hyen ankodwuma anko school a ebehame enti se ne wakan yi de ye jiwudi ye jiaba no sudi bibi amuye bia no ye jimudi enti ye hwe ne mu say enhihye no ebekoso na obibia eho atono since de bia no na je say a radio for ebi na ya atwon ya bo nondu apam e organ ya atwon na so enam Ghana fo hu edo nti no na je say wa kirekirim na je say obia enya ne ho ntiase enti Mubarak, thank you so much. Yeah, say you won't say
yeah, that's it. Anytime I'm mobile friend me be available to talk to your audience and your viewers and yen nyina ebe nya ho mfa so Ghana ho don't na yen nyina ye me gidi say wona a wo wa amono ne ye na ye wo Ghana yen nyina e pese Ghana eye te say bibia mosom wo se na ebe ya yen so betumi ahwe ekiri e de amamo say Ghana ya yen nyina ebe ba be kam ho e wo ho e ba ne sa na obi antumi nhwe echi emma ye ntino yen so ye betena Ghana na ya aboa na Ghana so yen so ya ye no se na bebia eteno.
Okay, yo, thank you so much, Mubarak. Nyami ensure bebre yakuso na ye share enya wo sector nko ano or chinebi na another sector ni just say kakra sa ne ye ko. Intino eye Mubarak na ye ne no kasa ye twetwe enkomo. Intino Ghana fo nyina fako bia wo a akoye say ahyen ho aba asem no yati yenua wacheche mbebre wo ye communication director or Metro Mass into CCN ya 2 over 100 buses gum and 700 so eba what is mbisano culture ye maintenance culture na ya na ekumye bebrebe no CCN omatototo nyamantino we looking forward say we're saying all those promises and all say it come into reality nature say Ghana for nyina ye nyina so no ye nya ye bo adwen wo ko bebia na wonim se upie abonten a ubenya hyen a ye nkonkwaju sika bebre enti that okay aha and you know be say if you want to see somebody who can make a change just stand in the mirror look at yourself and say what can I do for myself, you know, my nuclear family, my extended family, and then the city as a whole. Enti ha Diaspora 101 Dadike Makramo. The whole booger is the parliament. Well, the city of Robert, so he's not